Hello there. Usually on this channel I'd be talking about interior leathers. Got some Z3M ones there, got some Frog-Eyed Sprite E39, e46 Evo, Lotus Esprit Turbo interiors, but not today. On this video what we're going to do is going to have a quick look at this E46 M3. This is my E46 M3, and like most petrol heads, you do like to modify it, you know, add bits on, take bits off, regret bits you've put on, change them around and that. One of the mods, or there's been quite a few, but the one I want to focus on is the boot lid. It's an E46 CSL boot lid. It's an original item. I got it for a bit of a deal, so I thought, snapped it up, got it painted, got it fit. Well, I fitted it, and it fits great. Love it. So that's why I didn't really go for aftermarket, because looking on the internet, sometimes the fitment of some of them are just shockingly bad, and I didn't want to have to go through all that hassle and potentially then try and find an original one. This is the one that came with the car, I suppose, the original. Always keep the parts in case I need to get back on later. I was told before I'd done the boot lid is that you couldn't fit the interior, the boot lid trim or the toolbox. Didn't understand why, but I thought, you know, there's obviously got to be a reason, and there is, because there's no holes to actually fit that panel into there. But this is double skinned, so what I did, drilled all the holes, put the grey panel on, drilled all the holes. There's one for the toolbox, there's one for the got the Dremel on that, marked it, slotted it for the strap, slotted that for the old twisty thing, can't think what it's called off the moment. Yeah, so that panel now fits inside that boot lid as an original with the toolbox, tightens up. There you go, job done. So it can be done, and it's not that difficult to do. Also, as you know, you have to change out the rear number plate lights, because the CSL ones, they're smaller, so you can use, on this one I've used the E9, the E9X, the 91, 92, 93 LED ones, and I got them from the dealer. And I also got a loom as well. Loom's quite basic, pretty much plug and play. Now on the original boot lid, because you have number plate lights and boot popper, you have 3 wires that are utilised. So there's 3 wires here that are utilised, yeah? And you can see above the plug, there's the 3 original ones. On the CSL, when you go for the conversion for the lights, you can't have the popping handle or the boot release handle. So this one is not used. So, and it's only there now because the modification I'm doing, I've put it back in. But you only use these 2 to the right, and that's enough. If you want to then pop the boot, you just use your key, or you can actually retrofit, if it's not in your car, the boot release by the accelerator. But what I wanted to do something slightly different. So I actually dug out the Microswitch from the original boot. Here it is there, and that sits between the 2 number plate lights. I also chopped out the part it actually slots onto to keep it into place, because I'm using that as well, and that was there, so that's why it looks a little bit chewed. But when you take the Microswitch out, the Microswitch itself has got its own live to the body's loom, but the ground is intertwined with the lights for the number plate. So you just need to dig it all out, take it all out, take all the wires off that you don't need, apart from your live and your ground. Now this is the live here, and I've just plugged it back in. It's still working, so you might as well use it. And your ground, I found out which one of these here is the ground for the number plate lights, and I've just wired it back into that, which is exactly the same as what was done over there. Now I've done that, just have to check it, and it works. So The next thing I'm going to do, I need to fit this somewhere. And that's where the idea comes in. All done, and back together. Brought it outside because it's a nice sunny day, and I'm well impressed. Yeah, I could have just opened the boot with a lock or the key, but to be honest, I had other ideas, so I thought I'd give it a bash. Okay, so the boot's locked, or the boot's closed. So to open this without the key, press the M badge. There you go. Job done. Yeah, the original liner and toolbox fitted to a CSL boot. Easily done. Let's try this again. Back down. Just press the stripes. There you go. Well happy.